The CDC, folks, the Centers for Disease Control, whatever that means, has announced that they are cutting quarantine times. Why, though? Why? Well, here we have a post on Twitter that shows that a week ago, Delta Airlines CEO asks the CDC to cut quarantine time for breakthrough COVID cases. Believe the science, folks. Trust the science. The Democratic Party is pro-science, right? That's what they told us during the Georgia senatorial elections. That's what they told us during the last election in 2020. They told us they believe in the science. Hashtag trust the science. When Trump was in charge and he was doing nothing and telling people to inject bleach, what did Democrats do? Trust the science. We got to trust the science. Well, I'm going to read this for you, and then I want to talk about what Fauci said on television yesterday. So, Delta Airlines, Inc., chief executive asked the head of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday to shrink quarantine guidelines for fully vaccinated individuals who experience breakthrough COVID infections, citing the impact on the carrier's workforce. On the workforce. Not, we have better treatment available and we, learned more data and it's not as contagious after day. No. The science is unchanged. The Delta CEO requested that they change this because of the workforce. CEO Ed Bastian, again, murder in the first degree. Lock him up. This guy, again, I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm not being hyperbolic. This is first degree premeditated murder. These are the most prolific serial killers in world history, folks. Along with the company's chief health officer, and a medical advisor. Oh, yes, I'm being advised by a medical advisor, so therefore, asked in a letter to CDC director, blah, 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 seen by Reuters that the agency's recommended quarantine period for anyone who tests positive of the breakthrough COVID infection be reduced to 5 days from the current 10. So here is Dr. Anthony Fauci. Believe in the science, folks. The science. Doesn't anyone here care about the fucking science? Doesn't anyone watching my show right now give a fuck about the science? Well, let's see what Dr. Anthony Fauci has to say about science.
Let's begin with these new CDC guidelines. Why is the CDC now changing these recommended isolation times for people who test positive for the virus but don't have symptoms? I guess the simple question is, why now?
Well, the reason is that with the sheer volume of new cases that we are having and that we expect to continue with Omicron, one of the things we want to be careful of is that we don't have so many people out. I mean, obviously, if you have symptoms, you should not be out. But if you are asymptomatic and you are infected, we want to get people back to the jobs, particularly those with essential jobs, to keep our society running smoothly. So I think that was a very prudent and good choice.
Murder in the first degree, not the second degree, not manslaughter. This is premeditated, planned, and executed murder. Dr. Anthony Fauci, and again, I know, people have this weird hero complex, but he is literally on television telling American citizens to kill themselves for the sake of capitalism. This is the same shit. Remember in March and April of 2020 when the lieutenant governor of Texas went on Fox News? Do you remember this? Anyone remember this? The lieutenant governor of Texas went on Fox News and was asked about how they feel about the elderly being exposed to COVID when it comes to lockdowns. And the lieutenant governor said that the elderly should die for the sake of the economy. They should sacrifice themselves. They should be willing to sacrifice the rest of their lives for the sake of their economy, for their grandchildren and their children. And remember when Democrats, including Anthony Fauci, went out there and said that that's crazy talk. We got to believe the science. We got to believe the science. Well, fast forward 18 fucking months. Here we are, believing the fucking science. Capitalism wants you dead. You are only a cog in the machine. And you're not a cog that's like super hard to manufacture. You're a cog that's also being mass manufactured by the millions, right? Every time a baby is born, your life becomes less valuable in the eyes of capitalism, because all you need to do is wait 14 years if you're in Wisconsin, right? 14 years. Then you can start working full time, right? In Wisconsin. All you got to do is wait 14 years and boom, we got a brand new cog, fit that motherfucker right in the machine. Again, capitalism is a death cult. These people are mass murderers. They are serial killers. They gave us a vaccine, which works, but guess what? Not everyone took it because Americans are fucking stupid. Americans are fucking dumb. And you want to know why Americans are dumb? Because of shit like this. When the CDC said in April to take your masks off, woo! When on July 4th, 2021, when Joe Biden declared independence from the virus. And then, 2 months later, Delta surge. Then, 2 months after that, Omicron surge. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you. You're on your own. You have no one coming to save you. You're not going to get any more stimulus checks. No one gives a fuck. You are on your own. You're going to die alone. You're going to watch your family die around you. You're going to watch your friends die around you. And you're going to die alone because of Anthony Fauci, Joe Biden. The entire CDC is corrupt at this point. They are compromised by capitalism. Again, you saw it here a week ago. December 21st. Delta CEO asked them to change it from 10 days to 5 days. It's right here. A week ago. But let's see what else Fauci has to say.
On the part of the CDC, which we spent a considerable amount of time discussing, namely getting people back in half the time than they would have been out so that they can get back to the workplace doing...
You want to know why COVID is spreading? Because you gotta work. You gotta shop. You gotta work, you gotta shop. It's Christmas, don't you know? You gotta shop. When you're done shopping, you go to your work. When you're done work, you go shop. Buy some fast food, then you go to your second job. Then you shop again. You shop while you're at work. On your break, in the bathroom, get out your phone, load up Amazon, and shop. I hope you work in a mall, because then on your break, you can go across into the other parts of the mall and shop some more. Because this is America. You gotta go to work. You gotta get your money. You gotta waste your money on garbage like fast food and stupid-ass consumerist products like gifts for Christmas. Fuck Christmas. That shit's fucking stupid. If anyone still celebrates Christmas after this pandemic, they're a fucking idiot. When you make a Christmas present, that's one thing. When you sew your own blanket or socks or something, or you draw a picture for someone, that's cool. Oh, I'm gonna go to Best Buy and buy my brother a cell phone for Christmas. That's you being a fucking drone. That's you not having any unique thoughts in your brain. You are a product. You are a drone. You are a loser. You have no internal monologue. You are useless. You are garbage. You are shit on my shoes, and you are the reason why this country is so fucking stupid. Again, we have got the internet now. Instead of going on Amazon, gotta shop. Oh, have I shopped some more? Wait. Uh-oh, gotta shop again. Instead of doing that, how about you look some shit up about what these fucking products do to the environment, what they do to this country? How about you fucking, I don't know, read a fucking book on your fucking phone or something? Instead, we've got dumb, mindless consumers being programmed by capital to kill themselves and each other as long as they spend all of their money. But guess what? As long as you die before 65, that's good. We don't want to spend our Social Security money on you. We don't want to spend that money on you. That's why, again, in New York, Andrew Cuomo killed all the old people in the nursing homes, remember? He knew we're wasting all this money on Social fucking Security. Why don't we just kill them? That's why the lieutenant governor, the Republican lieutenant governor of Texas, said, fuck the elderly, they should die for capitalism. They don't want to spend that money. They want to rake in that money and fucking spend it on war, bombs, and fighter jets that can't even get off the ground. Again, your life is meaningless. You have no value in the eyes of capitalism except for your ability to produce mindless garbage. Look at most jobs in this country. Oh yes, I'm working at a bakery. to manufacture poison so that Americans kill themselves. Oh, I'm working at a toy factory to manufacture stupid garbage so that Americans waste their time and waste their money. Oh, I'm working at a candle factory, just got hit by a tornado and died, but I gotta make my candles for your stupid ass grandma because you're too dumb to make your own gifts, so you have to buy one on Amazon. This country is garbage. It's trash. And this ran by the most prolific serial killers in not American history, in world history. The entire human history on this planet has never seen serial killers get away with it this hard.
Doing things that are important to keep society running smoothly.
And are you concerned Americans will have trouble keeping track of all of these changes, these rules that change here and there? And does this boil down to just a big honor system now?
No, I don't think so, Jim. I think it was a good idea to do that because what we were seeing when you have so many cases, and many of the Omicron cases, interestingly, are either without symptoms or minimally symptomatic, particularly the breakthrough infections that you get when people have been vaccinated. So it just makes sense if you keep them out for 5 days, keep them isolated for 5 days, then get them back doing their job, doing their work, keeping a mask on to protecting themselves from infecting other individuals.
The worst part about this is the fact that they're just completely ignoring the fact that half of this country, we're only at like 60% vaccination, by the way, that 40% of this country doesn't give a fuck. Think about that. Like, they're giving us all these guidelines, right? And all this is doing is eroding the trust in these institutions. About 60% of the country is vaccinated, right? I'm vaccinated. I haven't trusted the CDC and their recommendations really for most of this pandemic, especially since they told everyone to take their masks off in April. Fuck that. As far as I'm concerned, that's when they lost my interest, right? But again, let's be generous and assume 30% of the public had any faith in the CDC going into the Biden administration. Does anyone trust them at this point? Does anyone care about their guidelines at this point? Again, we've got half the country that never cared to begin with. And they fucked the rest of us. But now, this is like a game of musical chairs. We're fucked, folks. Do you think Dr. Fauci is capable of fucking us in the good dick way? Let's be honest. Look at this motherfucker. He looks like a goddamn zombie. We're not getting fucked in the good dick way. We are getting fucked in the bad dick way. I don't want to be gruesome here, but we're not getting fucked with a dick. Let me tell you that much. There's something else going in somewhere, and it's not feeling too good. I don't know what to say anymore. Murder in the first degree. But okay, I said that on the podcast. Do I feel better? No. Do you feel better? No. So what? Is anyone going to do anything? Are we going to just stop working maybe? Maybe then? No. Are you going to keep going to work? Yeah. Why? Because you have to pay your rent. Why? Because you need money to live. You need money to live. You have no power. You have no agency. You are a drone. Every one of us. We have nothing. We have nothing. You think you've got a house? You don't have a house. You think you've got an apartment? You don't have an apartment. You have nothing. You have nothing.